Okay. Hello, everybody. Yes. I don't remember how to do this podcast anymore.
It's all now a blur at this point.
It's not like we do it every week or anything. It's
No.
Like,
who knows what's
hi,
happening?
my name's Maylena. What's your name?
My name's Allie, actually. My name's Allie.
Oh. Hi, Allie. It's so nice to meet you.
What the hell? Alright.
Stupid. We got to start over.
What the fuck?
1, 2, 3, boom.
What the hell?
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Brats in the Back Row. I'm Maylena.
And I'm Emily.
That's it. There's nobody else.
There's no one else. No one loves us. Sarah actually has a vendetta against Maylena, I've learned.
I don't know if you, just before we actually finish the actual fucking intro, I don't know if any of our dear listeners have noticed, Sarah has not watched a single one of Maylena's movies all season 2.
It's so funny. It's so... Also, I love that Sarah, like, will record the episode and then it's completely gone from her mind. She doesn't remember... I respect it too. She doesn't remember that we do this podcast until Monday 7:30 happens.
Yeah. And, like, I've started, like, texting the group chat on, like, Friday. Just being like, hey, heads up, we're watching this movie for Monday. And then Sarah's like, got it. But then she still won't watch the movie until an hour before we start filming.
Sorry to put Sarah on blast this episode, but it's so true.
It's so true. And I asked her, I was like, hey, did you ever consider, like, watching the movie on, like, a Sunday or something? On, like, a Saturday? And she was like, no.
She does it. She watches it an hour beforehand on, like, 2 times speed.
Yeah. Which is awesome because, and truly it's only an hour beforehand because she gets off of work an hour before we start filming.
It's so funny. I love Sarah so much. It's so funny. And it's so crazy.
Sarah, if you're listening to this, never change.
Never change. I love you. It is, oh my god, it's the funniest thing. Anyway, we'll finish the intro.
Anyways, yeah. It's the two of us this week. We are the titular brats talking in the back row of the theater. This is the podcast where one of us will pick a movie, any movie of our choosing, and we force the other ones to watch it. And this week, I forced the other brats. I guess singular brat. Because it's only Emily here.
Oh my god, my eye.
Yeah, what the fuck is... There's something in my eye, too. So, there's something going on.
Okay.
But we watched the animated DreamWorks film, The Prince of Egypt.
The classic. Absolute classic.
Absolute classic animated film. Why are we watching this movie? Because I think the week that this episode comes out, it is Passover. Or it's, like, right before Passover, which is what this movie is about.
Yeah.
Someone's opening my door. Hey, Cam, what's up?
What's up?
What's up? Do you want to leave, or do you want to go sit down? Okay. My brother's here, everybody. Just don't mind him.
I'm just here.
Yeah, I'm here. He's here.
Hello.
So yeah. I wrote a script for this, but I didn't write a good one.
Okay.
Anyways, let's take off the dome for a little bit. Yeah, so this movie is retelling the Exodus story from the Bible. If you know what the Bible is, congratulations. If you don't, congratulations as well.
I thought you said the Bible, and I was all, what? It's feminine.
I did.
Oh, okay.
Then
it is feminine.
So feminine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you are not Christian, like Emily, or the Exodus story is basically just the story of when our guy Moses led the Jewish people out of slavery in Egypt. That's literally the whole story. Congratulations to them.
Shout out.
And shout out. Yeah. Anyways, this film came out in 1998. It was okay. It was not the first film that DreamWorks released. Like, it wasn't their first film to be released, but it was the first one that they started.
Oh.
We can talk about why it took a while a little bit. But yeah. So it came out in 1998. It was directed by some guys. I don't know their names, so I love you.
Oh my god! But I don't appreciate you enough.
I don't appreciate you enough to mention you. But wait, I have to pull up the Wikipedia now because I'm getting lost. Okay, sorry guys.
No.
It has a score by Hans Zimmer.
What? This is Dune before Dune happened. This is actually.
He was warming up his muscles for Dune.
This
okay?
is this is the prequel to Dune. Actually, Dune happened in the Bible.
Dune happened in the Bible.
What?
I think there are some aspects of Dune that are based on like. Bible.
Yeah, but Dune. There's like Dune. A section where Dune is in the Bible.
Dune. Anyway, so it's scored by Hans Zimmer, and the songs, the lyrics, it's a musical. If you didn't know, it's a musical.
I didn't know going into this it was a musical.
You didn't know anything about this film going into it, and I think that's really beautiful. But the songs were written by Stephen Schwartz, who wrote Godspell, Pippin, Wicked, The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
That's why it's absolute bangers.
And also Enchanted. The Disney Channel movie?
Yeah,
Disney
with
Channel?
Disney. It was with Amy Adams and James Marsden.
That movie rocks.
That shit rocks.
And
it's so good.
Marsden.
That's what I thought. That shit does rock. It's so good. I haven't seen that movie in a decade.
I know. Watch the sequel that came out a couple of years ago.
I did not watch it.
Disenchanted.
Maya Well watched it with her boyfriend, and she was like, "This is the worst shit I've ever seen."
Yeah, it's quite bad. It was quite bad. Anyways, so yeah, we got some big guys behind the music here. We also got a lot of big guys voicing our guys. It's an animated film. Who do we have? The film stars Val Kilmer as the voices of Moses and God. He's awesome.
This is after Top Gun, before Tombstone. Possibly also before the Doors movie, where he plays Jim Morrison.
Yeah. Okay, and then it also stars Rafe Fiennes as Ramesses II. We also have Michelle Pfeiffer. We have Sandra Bullock. We have Jeff Goldblum.
And I want you to stop you there. I want to stop at Jeff Goldblum's acting in this.
Well, we've already established that Jeff Goldblum is not the greatest of actors.
No. And so, but I was watching it, and I'm like listening along, I'm like doing stuff and everything, and then I hear the brother's voice. Everyone in the movie is pretty, like, I don't know who they are, and I think that's the best way with, like, voice acting, is, like, unless you have a very distinct, like, fun voice, you should be very, like, not known. And then there's
really annoying. You're watching an animated movie and you're like, okay, so this is Chris Pratt.
This is this person as Mario. And then I like stopped what I was doing and I was like, is that Jeff Goldblum? Because he has a certain cadence that is
Well, and we've said this before, but Jeff Goldblum is one of those actors that truly only plays himself.
He only
like to the left,
Right.
He's never doing anything that's like not Jeff Goldblum, and that's
He's absolutely not. In this, it's a lot more subtle because it's an animated film, but even, like,
look at his face.
he's doing his voice. He's not voice acting, really. He's not, like, putting on something or, like, inflecting in a different way. He's him!
He's him. Yeah, suck a dick, Jeff Goldblum. Anyways, also voicing in this movie, lending their voices, we have Sir Patrick Stewart.
As the Pharaoh? Was he the Pharaoh?
Pharaoh.
Oh my god.
And then we have Dame Helen Mirren as the Pharaoh's wife. Yes.
Oh my god.
And then we have, greatest duo of all time, Steve Martin and Martin Short.
I noticed that too. I was all, is that Steve Martin and Martin Short? At least it's acceptable, like, in this instance.
They're fabulous. Anyways, so yeah. This film was nominated for 2 Academy Awards. One of them was Best Score, the other one was Best Song. It won Best Song for the song When You Believe, which is the song when they're singing when they're walking out of Egypt, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That song also became a very commercially successful single song because they made a pop version of it performed by Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey.
What the hell? Why? Okay, sure. Why? You know, why the hell not? Why the hell not?
Yeah. Their version of that song is playing during the credits, the end credits of the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, I have a lecture if you'd like to hear it now, or if you'd like to tell me what you thought a little bit about the movie.
I'll tell you my thoughts. We've established this many times, but I'm gonna establish it again. Prior to last year, essentially, I never read anything in the Bible. I didn't grow up religious. I grew up in a weird thing where my parents were like, God is always watching, but I never went to church or read the Bible, so it really meant nothing.
It didn't mean anything.
And I was like, who the fuck is this? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I know nothing. I obviously know something. I knew some things just in life.
You know the basics that you need to know.
That I need to know.
Live as a human being.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not religion pilled like the rest of y'all, where you're like, I can recite Matthew 14:9. Like, I don't know that.
I can't do that. So just like before you start sprouting rumors about me,
May actually uses her religion as a weapon and marginalizes group. She's like,
no, yeah. Did I tell you I'm planning on getting a new tattoo? It's just gonna say
Yahweh. Yahweh with some in Canva font.
Canva font with some vines.
With vines.
Yeah.
That tattoo is so bad. Cause you look at the tattoo, and if it's just the vines around the arm, that's fine. That's kind of cute, honestly. I like that. I think that's cute.
It's cute. Yeah.
And then boom! Yahweh. Also, sacrilegious? Blasphemous?
Very sacrilegious. It's incredibly sacrilegious, incredibly blasphemous. We went to my cousin's basketball tournament because they were in the championships, right?
Mm-hmm.
We went to that to support. They lost. It was bad. They lost. No, okay, so they were winning for 50 minutes. For like the 55 minutes of the game.
Okay.
And then the last 5 minutes, they just totally lost their mojo. It was upsetting.
That is upsetting. That fucking song.
It was embarrassing.
That is so funny.
Anyways, we went to go watch the championship game, and we carpooled with another one of my cousins. And the cousin that we carpooled with is the one with the Yahweh tattoo.
Yahweh.
You know. And I didn't know that we were carpooling with him until maybe 30 minutes before he got to my house. you know, so we could carpool. I didn't know this. I find out and I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna go ask him about the Yahweh tattoo.
Of course.
Of course, I have to ask about it. And then my mom is like, you cannot ask him about it because you're gonna be mean about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not!
Well, yes!
Well, yeah, obviously I'm gonna be mean about it, but maybe somebody needs to tell him.
Get your shit together! He needs a harsh slap of reality.
I know. He needs a hard slap
I
on the
like
head.
your mom's like, you're gonna be mean about it.
She was right. I was gonna be mean about it,
Yeah.
and I wish I was mean about it.
Yeah,
But
because it's so...
Yeah, I was very thoroughly instructed not to say anything.
That is so funny. I love that. I love it's such an ugly tattoo. It's so bad. I don't even believe, but it is sacrilegious to say Yahweh on
At some point during the car ride to the game, he started like, my mom mentioned it. She was like, "Oh yeah, how's like the tattoo going?" You know, because she was like, "How?"
She was like prodding. She's like making.
She was prodding. She knew what she was doing. She was sitting right next to me too, because we were all in the back seat. She asked, and then he starts talking about it, and I'm just staring forward.
You're shaking. You're all.
I was like, I have to say something, and she keeps looking over at me out of the corner of her
Oh
eye.
my god! Your mom knew. She knew. She knew exactly what she was doing.
Oh, it pissed me off. I wanted to say something so badly.
Yeah, there's a single tear running down. You're shaking. Your face is red.
I'm white knuckling.
Yeah, you're like.
I know. It's so bad.
Oh,
anyways.
Ugly ass tattoo. Anyway, ugly ass tattoo. I never grew up, so my first note about this movie was, is this religious? I think it is. And then the opening, like, sequence happens, and it's all, this is about Exodus. And I was like, oh, it is religious.
Yes.
And then, yeah, I knew nothing. I didn't realize Moses was the guy that parted the Red Sea until the end, when he parts the Red Sea.
It took a while for him to part the Red Sea.
Yeah, you know, you gotta gain powers. It's like a video game. He's gotta build strength, godly strength.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, I have so many thoughts about this. One of them, I didn't also know this was a musical. And then they start singing, and I was like, oh, there's songs in this. And it is crazy. The song that's the fucking craziest, by the way, is the song where they're like, pestilence, the beast is coming. And it's like, what the fuck? No, you're about the plague that is being rained down on Egypt.
Yeah. Fun fact, that's the song from this movie that's popular on TikTok.
Oh, you're right!
People love to use that song for TikTok edits. And you know what? I eat it up
every time!
Every single one of them goes into my favorites.
Honestly, real. So real. It shook me into my core, because, Moses is and Ramses are fighting. People are dying. Moses is like, you can't let these people die. And he's, killing, it's all bad. I have opinions as well. They were listen, I know Moses frees Jewish people from, slavery. And that's a good thing. Ramses was evil, and the Pharaoh was evil. Slavery is bad. But he's also, killing, helpless members of, Egypt, being like, we have to stop the fighting. And we have to stop hurting each other. I'm like, there's famine. There's literally, dinosaur meteorites coming down and killing family members. I'm like, all right, maybe Moses, you need to think a little more about this.
Well, the beautiful thing about this is that I read the Exodus story for this episode because I was doing research and I was like, I don't actually know what's going on, so I read it.
Mm-hmm.
far too long. It needs to be a lot shorter.
We gotta cut this. King James, we gotta cut this shit.
Yeah. Anyways, also I think the website I was using was faulty because I noticed that there were like a few chapters that were just repeated like 3 times verbatim, and I was like, okay, so
they want you to get they're getting the point across. They're like, remember this.
That was when I started skimming.
Yeah.
So I was not reading this. Anyways, the funny thing about Moses committing atrocities, decimated Egypt.
Egypt, yeah.
Egypt. The beautiful thing about that is that in the Bible, what's up, man? Okay, sorry. In the Bible, not to sound like a loser, I've accepted
in the Bible, actually.
You can shut the fuck up. You have to be silent if you're gonna be in here, okay?
Well, you're communicating with me. That's your fault.
I'm not communicating with you, fucker.
Well, too bad. I have a hammer.
Oh, well, that's Daddy's hammer. Don't
too bad.
break it. Anyways.
You're gonna actually the Bible.
Actually. No. Funny thing. God's speaking to Moses. How he's speaking to Moses? I don't know.
Who's to say? Who's to say?
Who's to say? He says, I will send these plagues to Egypt to convince the Pharaoh. Great. I feel like we don't need to do that, but whatever. I'm sure the Pharaoh is going to change his mind after the first plague. That seems like the reasonable thing to do.
One would hope.
One would hope. But then God says, no. I will send 10 plagues. And I will send all 10 of them because I will make the Pharaoh eviler.
Evil Pharaoh? Eviler Pharaoh.
Eviler Pharaoh. So that he has to experience all 10 of my plagues.
That is crazy. God said, now wait a minute. That's what I know about the Old Testament. I've never read the Old Testament. But what I know is that God is fucking insane in it. No fucks given.
And it's so fun. It's so fun.
I'm having a blast.
And then you have Jesus coming in and doing, like, PR damage.
A little bit! He's like, guys, I know God in the past was like, woo, but he's got your back. Peace and love, peace and love. Ringo Starr in the Bible.
Ringo Starr in the Bible, yeah.
Peace and love, peace and love. That's what I know from Old Testament, is that God is insane. Like, he's like, no fucks are given. I hate you all, essentially. I'm doing this to help you, but it's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
Because I'm God.
It's awesome. I love it. Anyways, and then he gets boring. And Jesus comes.
Yeah, like, Jesus is like, whoa, Dad. Whoa. We gotta calm down here.
What?
Peace and love. Peace and love. If Jesus is Jesus is Ringo Starr, who's God to the Beatles?
Oh, Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh my Jeffrey Epstein, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
You know how in like YA fantasy stories they'll say, like Percy Jackson, they say like, oh my gods, or something, which is like cringe as fuck. Can we start doing that with Jeffrey Epstein in life?
Oh my Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh my Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh my Jeffrey Epstein.
It's so just like, oh my fucking Jeffrey Epstein.
It's too long.
It's so long. OMFJE.
Oh my fucking Jeffrey Epstein.
That is so bad. That also reminds me, my mind is going a million miles per second right now. That reminds me, so, of OMFG, of oh my fucking God. So when I was a kid, I was watching Dan and Phil on the computer. As one does, obviously. It's like, what, 2013? That's what you do. you're like 10 years old, 11, watching Dan and Phil going, and your mind is expanding. You're like, there's something here.
Yeah.
I was watching Dan and Phil, and my mom came in, and Phil was wearing a shirt that said OMFG. It's a white shirt. It had cats on it. This was 2011. This was a 2011 video. I can tell by the hair. I can remember. It said OMFG on top. My mom walked in, and she was like, what is that man's shirt say? And I was like, it's just a shirt, Mom. It's nothing. I knew what it meant, obviously.
Yeah.
But my mom was like, turn off the computer. You're not allowed to be watching that.
Yeah.
So Phil was one of the first reasons I got in trouble.
I recently listened, same difference right now. But I recently watched this like 2-hour long YouTube video just chronicling like the history of Dan and Phil.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and it was made by people who are like, it was made by genuine people, not like, you know,
Not freaks.
not freaks and losers. But
That's good,
it was
that's
fun.
good.
I'll send you the
Thank you.
if I can find it, that is. This was a while ago. Anyways,
All right.
any other thoughts about this movie?
Yeah.
A lot of thought.
Their Pestilence song is fucking crazy. My own note made me laugh. I was reading it back the other day. I said Moses is gonna suffocate in that basket. He's gonna die before he reaches the Pharaoh's temple or whatever. Also, I said bald with side pony is insane.
And it's the beautiful animation thing where it's like he has the same hairstyle for the rest of his life.
Yeah, forever.
Forever. Just bald with the side pony. It's
Bald.
really awesome.
And then his son has it. It was born. The lineage of bald with side pony.
I know. You can only shave the side pony once you become king.
Yeah, well, you are only allowed.
You have to have bald with side
It's
pony.
like in Star Wars in the when he has that fuck ass braid.
Oh, the rat's tail.
The rat's tail,
Yeah.
that's what it is. The
rat's
nasty
tail.
ass rat's tail.
Nasty
And he's
ass
like,
rat's
it's
tail.
because I'm a Jedi in training or whatever.
Well, it's also funny because he's also got like half a mullet going on.
Yeah, and nothing makes sense. It all looks bad. They're so funny. They're so crazy. Like,
It's awesome.
it's
I
so
know.
good. I also
20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith this year.
Oh,
I'm so excited for the theaters.
that's good. That would be good. Dun, dun, dun,
Is it-
dun, dun, dun.
No.
It sucks actually, but is it in my heart? Yes.
In my heart, beautiful.
There was
What were you saying?
I saw a post on Twitter the other day about Star Wars, and it was like,
Yeah.
what is one like ship you wish like went into canon essentially? And it had like 40K retweets. It was not in my bubble. It was like out there and everything, and it was Finn and Poe, and I miss them every day. I think about them.
I know. I've been getting on my Twitter an inundation of just like Finpo.
Yes.
Just gifs.
Gifs.
But specifically that one gif of them arguing in the hallway.
And then it goes to Han and
And-
Leia.
They're doing the exact same thing. I've seen that in the past few days, dozens of times.
That's the
It's
tweet
really-
I'm talking about. Ryan Johnson. I liked your movie. I know that's it's a good movie.
It's a good movie. People are just losers.
J.J.
They're
Abrams just sucks. Like
Right.
evil man. But that movie is so good.
very good movie.
And he knew what he was doing. He was
Yeah.
like,
Just get your foot out of the screen, dude. God.
he knew. Ryan Johnson, gay rights. Actually, yeah, because of that second Knives Out with Hugh Grant.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ally.
Well, both Knives Out. Hey, Daniel Craig was gay in both of those movies.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Gay man. Okay?
That's right. He's a gay man. I'm sorry.
Don't disrespect Daniel Craig like that. One of our greatest gay for pay actors.
Is it for pay at this point, or do we know?
I don't know. Him and his wife, Rachel Weisz, greatest gay for pay actors ever.
Greatest lavender marriage I've seen in my life.
It's really beautiful. I aspire to have a beautiful
lavender marriage. One day it will happen.
Did you see those tweets? And this is not fact. I didn't fact check this. Did you see those tweets where that's basically just like we all need to go to Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz's house orgies.
I saw like it was like a Des Moines tweet. Des Moines or whatever. I said Des Moines. I like the place. Like Des Moines, Idaho.
Des Moines, Idaho. Not Idaho. Iowa.
Iowa. Whatever. That's same difference. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry to any Idaho to Iowa people, but farm. But like I saw that tweet when it went around. I don't know if that's real. But
it's real. It might have been an orgy, it might have been a swingers party, it might have been both.
It might have been all.
Hey.
Yeah.
And hey, we're gonna get invited to one. No.
Oh my god! I don't know if I want to go to that.
But I'd love to get brunch.
What? The complete opposite. Drag brunch with Rachel Weisz and Daniel Craig.
Ugh. That would be a dream.
Would kill.
And they know how to tip well.
They do. They care.
They would know how to... Yeah, they care. I love you.
Because gay for pay is crazy. Because I saw Daniel Craig in Queer. I don't know if that was for pay anymore. I saw that tongue go into the cheek of
Oh, yeah.
the other, who's the guy? Drew Starkey. There we go. I was like, whoa.
It was intense. It was awesome. I need to rewatch Queer. That was the end of the statement. I need to rewatch Queer.
Alright. I mean, sure.
Sure.
Why the hell not? Speaking of gay, with this, Ramses?
Okay.
Well, my first thing was why does Ramses have a British accent? I didn't, which I was a little like, I was a little like, listen, maybe I don't know the interlockings of like trade and everything in Egypt during this time. I'm well aware I don't know, but I don't know, or like not trade, but like whatever. I don't fucking know. Why is he British?
Right.
How is there a British man here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna. No, you're also confused.
Oh no, I'm not confused. I'm just listening to your confusion.
Why are you not confused? I'm confused.
Look, man.
I just accept it.
And Egypt, be my guest.
All right, fair enough. That's fair. I thought I was just like, I didn't know.
Yeah, any historical film, it just has British people.
Yeah, that's fair.
Those are British people.
That to show that this is historical. I didn't know Ray Fiennes was the voice actor until like after, and so I was like, oh, okay, cool. But during it, I was just like, is he British? How? Like, because
yeah, it's beautiful because the child that they got to voice his son is also British.
Yeah,
and I think that's beautiful.
It's genetic, like that side pony and bald.
Bald side pony. Yeah.
Do they cut the hair? They don't have like an electric. I guess they have like the razor that's like the old timey one that goes like, but like that's a clean cut on the head.
They have rocks.
They have metal. It's like they probably just got the sheet of metal and went. They had an electric razor. They're all.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was gonna say, I don't know. Sometimes I got the little inflection. Maybe I'm homophobic. Who knows? I know. No, I don't know. But like sometimes I was like, Ramsey's kind of fruity. Like, the way he like maneuvers and like talks, I was like, whoa, this is crazy. I don't know what specifically, like, what was it that specifically got me to thinking about this? It was just a,
like his everything.
I mean, I think it's the British. Like, I think the Britishness of it, like the inflection, he's all, oh, darling. Like, it was like, or so shit like that. I was like, what the hell? I was like, Ramses, I don't see, where's the woman in this photo? You're compensating when they bring in, who's gonna be Moses's future wife and everything, he's compensating.
Yes.
Forced heterosexuality.
Okay.
In my queer reading of the Prince of Egypt.
Okay.
I believe that Ramses.
I accept.
Okay.
I'm not gonna argue.
Okay.
Why would I argue?
I don't know, because if you do argue, it's homophobia.
But you want to know something? That's why Allie's not here.
She is homophobic.
Homophobic.
She saw Ramses and she went, no more. I don't want this.
I don't want to watch this movie.
This is another episode about religion that Allie's not a part of. I texted her that when she said she couldn't come, and I said it's because you don't want to hear about the blasphemy we're about to spew.
It's crazy. She should be here.
She
She's
should.
The most religious of us all.
She would know the most information.
Yeah, she's the only one of us that goes to church.
Actively, yeah.
Yeah, she's talking to God every week.
And and God's saying, I'm gonna rain 10 famines.
Yeah.
All down on Southern California.
Oh yeah. And this little part of Oregon.
In this part of Oregon. 10 famines. Yeah. It's like, well, yeah, Moses, I was like, that's crazy. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. And God. It's God's fault. Kind of, pretty much.
Yeah,
sure.
Whatever.
It's everyone's fault.
Whatever.
But I did write down that when Moses finds out that they killed all the Hebrews and everything, like the babies, I think it's so crazy they have a mural of that just out. Like, and I mean, it's not crazy. People are awful, but like, that happens in like life.
Well, the Egyptians are freaks like that.
Yeah, the freaks. I don't like this.
They're fucking freaks.
They are. It is. Listen, that was their history. I don't know. But it was just like the way like the babies are falling into the river in the mural. I was like,
with the crocodiles.
With the crocodiles in it in the Nile. Is in denial. Yeah. Denial. That was Moses. He was in denial.
Yeah. The Nile is a river. Your husband is gay.
Ramses is gay.
Ramses is gay. Did you like that one? Did you like that one? It was really good. It was really good. Yeah. Okay.
And then but Moses also gets like woke halfway through. He like understands. He's like, whoa, slavery, time out.
Time out. Bad slavery.
Let's say good.
Whoa there. I know.
Anyway, that was kind of all my thoughts. I think also the animation's beautiful, but
yeah,
that's just me appreciating it.
Yes. This is one of my favorite movies. I didn't watch this as a child. I didn't know about this movie until, when was the first time I watched it? The pandemic? And, like most things happening in my life during the pandemic, I was in the midst of just awful mental health crises.
Freaking out. You know
Freaking
what
the
I
fuck
need?
out.
Religion. Yahweh.
I needed religion. And yeah, I watch this movie all the time. I think I watch this movie a little bit too much.
No.
But it's okay, because it's a great movie.
It is good. It's a really good movie.
It's a good movie. I really like this movie. Very awesome. Yeah. You want to hear my lecture?
Sure.
Try and make this fun.
Okay.
Okay. Ahem. I started making a PowerPoint for this.
But it didn't come into fruition.
I didn't finish it.
Well, thank you for the effort. That I appreciate.
You want to see the first couple of slides?
Sure. You can share the screen.
Well, I think you're gonna get a kick out of the first couple slides.
A kick. It's gonna be real fun for everyone
It's gonna be
involved.
real fun. Yeah. Okay, hold the phone. I gotta pull the script to the side, and then I gotta share my. Where did it go? Hey, where'd it go? Hey, okay. I hate the Canva update. I know that the Canva update is like it's old. It's a few months old.
Oh,
I hate the Canva.
The way they do like it sucks. I'm like, why? They lay out in it. Yeah.
I want to kill myself every time. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes, everyone can. Oh my god! Why is there a copyright?
Okay.
All right. She is a certified scholar. Copyright. Oh,
I am
wow.
a certified scholar.
Okay.
Anyways, okay. I explain things. So, oh no, wait, nope. Things are going so wrong. Okay.
Who is that? Who's this? Who's this man?
So the year, 1994. This is 2 years after the release of Newsies.
What?
This is important.
And they're connected.
It's interconnected. Everything that I do is interconnected. It's 2 years after the release of Newsies. Jeffrey Katzenberg. This man.
Oh, that's right. That is Jeffrey Katzenberg. I forgot.
Katzenberg
of Disney.
Is the chairman of Walt Disney Studios.
Yes.
If you recall, he also was a big part of Newsies before it flopped. At this point, 1994, Katzenberg has been wanting to produce a film adaptation of the life of the Abrahamic prophet Moses for years now.
Damn,
has been his dream.
That is a crazy dream to have. The idea that, like, guys, God was speaking to him. He's all, you must talk about this.
Exactly. So, in April 1994, the president of Walt Disney Company, Frank Wells, I do have a picture of him.
I did. Okay. Yes, that is Frank Wells.
Frank Wells is traveling via helicopter from a ski trip to Nevada.
Oh, yes.
He went on this ski trip with Clint Eastwood, right? Famous guy, Clint Eastwood, does a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They are taking separate helicopters. This is important because Frank Wells was killed in a helicopter accident caused by bad weather.
I knew about the helicopter thing, but that is a crazy way to demonstrate it. Oh my god! Frank, my boy, no! I knew he died. Oh my fucking god. That was, in the quick succession of that was insane. Oh my god. Okay.
Anyways.
He died.
So yeah. Anyways. This is important. Frank's death is important.
Yeah.
Because Katzenberg believed that the then CEO of Disney, Michael Eisner, would appoint him as Frank Wells' successor. You know? Katzenberg was like, I will be the president of Walt Disney Company. Right?
Right.
Turns out Michael Eisner was like, you will not be the president of Walt Disney Company. Fuck you. In fact, according to Wikipedia, I get this information from Wikipedia. In August of 1994, Eisner handed Katzenberg a memo about staffing changes. And in that memo was a notice that Katzenberg would be resigning effective immediately. So he is out of Disney. Awesome.
Damn.
In retaliation, he decides to form DreamWorks in October of 1994 with, himself, with
what? I'm gonna get that tattooed. That photo of, oh my god, I'm crying. That photo of Steven Spielberg, right over my heart, is the heart of Steven Spielberg. I love you, Stevie.
So yeah, it's Jeffrey, it's Steven, and then it's music producer David Geffen in the star right there.
Thank you, David Geffen.
Yeah. So Katzenberg pitches The Prince of Egypt because he's been wanting to make a story about the life of the Abrahamic prophet Moses for years now.
Okay. As one does. As one does.
He pitches the story. Steven Spielberg is like, that's just the 10 Commandments, which was a film made in the 50s. And Katzenberg was like, yes, but what if we made it animated? So they decided to do that, and it became DreamWorks' inaugural film. It's the first film that the studio is working on.
That is
right?
crazy.
Really beautiful.
Crazy first film, being like, guys, the Bible.
Exactly. So pre-production starts 1995. During pre-production, lots of stuff are happening. You know, Katzenberg is taking the crew, the filmmakers, on several trips to Egypt. They're visiting Death Valley. They're going to cool places.
Okay.
Also built his animation team by stealing animators from Disney Animations.
Yes.
Very swag, very cool, very funky.
Yeah.
They also had to move studios several times during the animation process, because they were initially working out of Amblin Entertainment, which was Steven Spielberg's production company. I think it still is his production company.
Probably.
I don't know why I'm using past tense.
He has passed. The photo turns black and white, and Steven Spielberg has passed. No, Steven. Can you put your cursor up on his lips real quick? Shh. Steven.
Okay, that was bad. Okay. So, yeah, they moved to a different facility, March 1995. It was nearby, because there were too many people working on the film.
Okay.
Year passes, June 1996. The amount of crew members has increased so exponentially that the facility they moved to was too small. And this is when Katzenberg decides that it would probably be a good idea to build an animation studio just for DreamWorks, so that they weren't renting out different places.
Makes sense. You would want, for your profits. Makes sense.
Exactly. The slideshow is not gonna move for a little while, so just listen to my voice.
I'll just look at Steven's beautiful face.
Yeah, just look at Steve. This next part, I didn't really know where to put it in the script, but this seemed like a good place to put it. According to Reddit, thank you, Reddit. If an animator was failing at their work on The Prince of Egypt, if they were falling behind, if, filmmakers weren't happy, as punishment, DreamWorks, aka Katzenberg, would send them to the basement studios. There's different rooms. There's a basement. There's rooms in the basement for animators. They would be sent down to the basement to work on Shrek.
That was their punishment.
Because Shrek was at the time considered to be the ugly stepchild of the studio.
That is crazy.
Uh-huh. And no one wanted to work on Shrek because it was considered to be a fucking nightmare project.
Oh.
No one knew what was going on with this movie. It wasn't good. It kept changing directors. It kept changing voice actors.
Oh my god.
And people dreaded being banished to the Shrek dungeons.
The Shrek basements!
Yeah. So much so that they developed a term for it. So good job. Good job. A+, bud.
Did they, take animators from The Prince of Egypt to do Shrek?
Hey, so, if you were listening to me talking, you would have heard me say that literally a minute ago.
Too bad.
What is wrong with you?
Sorry.
So, yeah, they developed the term, being Shreked. As,
I'm being
going into the
Shreked.
dungeon. Anyways.
Oh my god.
Moving on from Shrek. Anyways, it's funny because The Prince of Egypt is it's a critically acclaimed movie, but it's not their most popular movie. It's pretty much it's pretty forgotten.
Shrek.
And Shrek is their number one
the movie of DreamWorks.
It's the star of the show. So now they're making a 5th one, which is
with
awesome.
Zendaya, and she plays like a lesbian.
Is it Zendaya?
It's Zendaya. Zendaya.
Zendaya, first of all.
That's what I thought. But yeah, Zendaya's playing that girl.
Oh, the lesbian daughter.
The
lesbian daughter. Okay, yeah. See, guys, I'm gonna say something. I don't give a fuck about Shrek. And that might be controversial. I don't give a fuck about Shrek.
I like the first 2, even the 3rd one's fine. After that, I stopped caring.
Like, I could care less. Anyways. Also, during pre-production, DreamWorks, they were so, Katzenberg making this movie about Moses. Important guy.
He's like, oh, my God. My God.
Exactly. My God. They were so concerned about being theologically accurate because if they weren't accurate, then they would offend literally all of the Abrahamic religions, and thus they would make no money.
Everyone is getting...
They would offend everyone. So, Katzenberg decided to call in a crew of biblical scholars, Christians,
God
Jewish people,
himself, Jeffrey Epstein.
He was like, hey guys, can you come and make sure that I don't fuck up this film? Because they were like, hey, we want to make a faithful story. And it is pretty faithful. It's pretty faithful to the original story as it's written in the New Testament. Like I said, I did read the story in the Bible for this thing. Anyways.
Well, let's go back. Read is not the word I would use. Skim.
Okay. Well, no, I read most of it. It was once they got to, the 10 Commandments section.
Oh, then you don't need to read that.
Then I don't need to read that part. But I was only really interested in, the getting out of Egypt part,
Yeah, because that's what the movie's about.
That's what the movie's about.
Okay.
Anyways,
yeah. I retract
so
my hatred.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So yeah, they're pretty faithful to the original story as it's written in the Old Testament. Yeah. What did I write here? I wrote this whole thing in my script, and let me tell you, I wrote this script in a fugue state. I was not doing well.
I'm unwell.
I wrote this whole thing about whether or not Moses was a real person, and he wasn't. He wasn't a real person. But anyways, I don't think you guys want to hear me talk at you about the historicity of Moses, so I'm not going to do that.
About the what? Anyway, the historicity?
The historicity of Moses, yes.
What's historicity?
It's basically just, determining whether or not, it's mostly, okay, as far as I understand it, in, terms of, the Christian Bible or whatever, it's mostly, concerned with whether or not these, people, especially in the Old Testament, were, real people. Do they have, a basis?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You could also talk about, the historicity of Jesus.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't think that Jesus was a real person because the only place that he's mentioned is in, the Bible. He's not mentioned in any other surviving text.
Yes. Okay.
So it's
sense.
a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Anyways. You don't want to hear me talk more about that. Anyways, so there's a few differences between the film and the biblical. Oh, there was a whole other slide actually, and this isn't in my script, but I'll just show you the slide. Anyways,
and I have to guess what it's about.
Yeah. First.
Val Kilmer.
I think this was the slide where I was gonna talk about the cast.
But we already did.
So there's Val Kilmer as Moses
with
and
his
God. Ray Fiennes.
Oh my God, is that young Ray Fiennes? Yeah. That is crazy.
You're gonna see a trend in these pictures. I really tried to find good pictures of them in the 90s.
Yeah, thank you. That is a crazy. Think of Ray Fiennes in Conclave.
Yeah, beautiful man.
Beautiful hair. My God.
Beautiful hair, stunning.
Why is Val Kilmer mewing?
That's kind of what Val Kilmer looks like.
He just mews constantly.
We have Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, that's a great photo.
I know, it's really good.
It's-
Sandra Bullock.
Yep.
Okay. And then avert your eyes, or don't.
I'm nervous. Oh! Jeff! Jeff, no. Oh, what movie? That's a movie. That's from a movie. I can't remember what one.
Yeah, it's from Jurassic Park.
Oh, that's what
Which is in the 80s. I'll admit, it's from the 80s. Unfortunately, it was the best picture I could find.
Listen, he doesn't look bad. He's just a bad actor.
Just a bad actor.
You know, my aunt has a vendetta against him. Anyway.
Yeah. Sir Patrick Stewart.
From Star Trek.
Star Trek. Again, the bottom row of actors was very difficult to find.
This is a rough.
Them from, like, specifically from the 90s. So I had to guess. You see, Will? You see Jeff Goldblum shirtless? Yeah.
I thought,
really.
Okay, so in the Jeff Goldblum photo, there's like he has all the scars, but then there's like a little, like, I don't know, indentation. Yeah, but like there's that one scar, and then there's like one on the left-hand side, down.
I thought that was blood.
Or maybe it's blood. I don't know. I thought it was his nipple. I was like, his other nipple. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah. Like Harry Styles' third nipple.
Hello? What is Harry Styles' third nipple?
You not know about this?
No, I was never a One Direction person.
Well, I wasn't either, but I'm just on the internet.
Oh, Steven!
No.
What the hell's... I've never heard of this.
Look, I'm not, like, the best person to ask about this, but I'm pretty sure it's, like, this fan conspiracy funny thing that Harry Styles has a third nipple.
What?
That's literally all it is.
What the hell?
I couldn't tell you anything else about it, because I think there's nothing else about it.
That seems like there's nothing else. If you're a One Directioner, tell us, what is this conspiracy theory of Harry Styles and a third nipple?
I know, it's really beautiful. Yesterday, I got a TikTok about Harry Styles and Obama. Do you know the ship?
Obama? That I know. I know Obama. I've recently kind of learned about Obama. Like in the last year, I'd say.
Yeah.
There's been an influx of it.
It's horrendous and beautiful.
I don't even know where it started. Like what? Obviously, it's during because it's the same time, but like why? Why is Obama here?
I think One Direction went to the White House at some point.
They probably would. Like, that makes sense. And then Harry and Obama had an intimate moment.
Yeah, they had a torrid love affair.
Torrid.
Anyways, yeah, Sir Patrick Stewart, bald man.
Bald man.
We have Dame Helen Mirren.
That's a good photo.
Woman.
That's a good photo.
It's a good photo of her. Oh, what the fuck?
Steven!
Dame Helen Mirren, and then the one and only Steve Martin.
To go into the Martin Short thing, do you know that about, you probably do, but Martin Short and Meryl Streep dating?
Oh, yeah.
I love it so much. I love it so
I'm obsessed with them. It's so beautiful.
It's like, it makes so much...
It makes so much sense.
It makes so much sense. They seem so... I mean, obviously, I don't know anything, but, like, they seem so happy together. Oh,
yeah.
They're in love.
Okay, that's the end of the PowerPoint, so we can stop now.
Okay. That was great. Thank you. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you for showing me how the one Disney guy died in a helicopter crash.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. Anyways, back to my script. We went off script for a little bit to go look at some pictures.
It's fine. I'm fine with that.
Few differences between the film and the biblical story, and I do have authority because I mentioned before I read the Book of Exodus before this episode. I am a certified scholar.
Yeah, there was a copyright.
There is a copyright after it. So, okay, couple things. One, the book of Exodus itself, it never names the pharaoh. He's simply referred to as Pharaoh. In the movie, his name is Ramesses. There's a lot of different hypotheses about which pharaoh may have been the pharaoh of the Exodus, because again, it's 99.9% likely that the Exodus didn't actually happen.
Oh.
Like it either didn't happen at all, or the story as it's written was like overinflated.
Okay.
Yeah. Also because like most things in the Bible, there's no like other record of it outside of the Bible. So we don't actually know
Yeah, there's no like other source.
Yeah, we can't like cross-reference, right?
Right.
So because the Bible isn't really interested in like saying the pharaoh's name, there's a lot of different hypotheses about which pharaoh was the pharaoh of the Exodus. But Ramesses II, which is the Ramses that Rafe finds voices, is often used like when people are like telling the story in different like adaptations or whatever. They typically use him because there is a city called Ramses mentioned in Exodus. So they're like,
so they're like, it's probably his city.
It's probably his. But again, there's like 10 Ramses.
Yeah, Ramses is like a common name back then.
Hey, guys, they had 5 names.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, another difference that I think is really funny, and I think you'd find it really funny.
Oh no.
Is that Moses in the Bible, the story. He either has some sort of speech impediment, or he has massive social anxiety.
Oh no, get my man on Lexapro. Like
this is important. Because when God is like, hey, you gotta go like talk to the people.
He doesn't want it.
He doesn't want it. Moses, my guy, is like, I don't want to. I'm not gonna talk to you. Please do not make me do.
Oh my god, Moses having a panic attack because he has to do public speaking that is funny. Holy crap, he needs to be on 10 milligrams of Lexapro stat.
But the funnier thing is that after Moses is like, I don't want to do this, and God is like, you have to do this, Moses is like, okay, fine, I'll do it, but can I bring my brother Aaron along?
I thought you were going to say boyfriend for a second, and I was like, oh, wow!
Can I bring my boyfriend with me? No.
My boyfriend.
Can I bring my with me?
Yeah.
And then my brother will speak on my behalf while I'm speaking on your behalf. So it's like
kinning Moses because he has social anxiety. That is so funny. The idea that he's like, God's like, you will speak on my behalf, the 10 Commandments, the plague, blah, 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 blah. And Moses is like, okay, hold on for a second. I hear you, I see you, but I don't know if I don't know if I can do that. Do you think there's another way we can do that? Like, it's just a lot for me. And I'm like,
are you sure we can't find a different guy?
Or
like
different.
There was enough.
If you're speaking to me, can you speak to like everyone involved? Why do I have to be the person?
We can just take this burning bush around Egypt.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the burning bush is like flying around. The movie is mystical-ish, but not a lot in that first half, and then boom, burning bush. And it's like, oh.
Yeah. It takes a while for him to accept God into his heart or whatever. I don't know.
And maybe that's what I need. I need to accept God in my heart, Yahweh.
The final thing, which I think is the best thing. Strap in.
Oh.
The biggest thing that the film changed from the biblical story is that they made Moses a twink. Because canonically, during the Exodus, the event of the Exodus, Moses is 80 years old.
Oh my god! Old ass man. He's leading these people and he's 80? I'd tell Grandpa to go home. I'm like, go get back to bed, Gramps. It's not the time. Hey, she's the future. Whoa, whoa. And he has social anxiety. 80-year-old with social anxiety is so funny. They made him a twink. He is not a twink in this. He's like not butch. That's for lesbians, but like.
Well, no, okay. I think in the first
twunk.
half before he leaves Egypt, he's a twink.
Oh, when he's younger and everything with Ramses.
But then when he's like married and he's a shepherd or whatever,
He has to in my queer reading of The Prince of Egypt, he has to shed he has to go conform again to heterosexual gender norms in order to.
This is the ultimate example of twink death.
Oh my god, he has to, in order to. Christianity is being imposed upon him where he has to go back to heterosexual gender norms and find a wife in order to save everyone. But when he was free, he was allowed. Guys, there's something here.
Something going on. Yeah, in the Bible,
The Bible.
Moses is when he's leading the people out of Egypt. He's 40 years old when he flees Egypt, like the first time. You know, when
Grandpa.
you know how in the movie. Yeah, you know how in the movie he's a twink when he flees Egypt. Yeah, and he's originally 40, and then he dies when he's 120.
Grandpa, what are you doing to be alive at 120?
Well, because fun fact. Do you know about the flood?
No.
Okay.
I was thinking, I was all, flood.
Okay. Quick summary. The flood story. You know Noah's Ark.
Yes.
Okay, that's the flood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Noah's Ark. It's the big boat because God was like, I don't like people anymore. Exactly.
No, I used to play with a Noah's Ark, Little People, like, playset when I was a baby.
Exactly.
Because God has always been in my heart.
Always been in your heart. Anyways, the flood. God decides to flood the earth and kill every single person on the earth except for Noah and his family.
Damn!
He's like, you guys suck.
Damn! God is ruthless in the Old Testament! No fucks given!
Anyways, pre-flood, everyone was living until about 1,000 years old.
He's all, whoa. We gotta time out on this. We gotta stop with the 1,000 years. It's a little too long.
And then post-flood, they stop living to 1,000.
Do you think if we lived to 1,000, we wouldn't get old until we were like 700 or 800?
I think it would be really funny if we still got old at like...
and you're just old forever. Oh my god, that'd be funny. That'd be so crazy. It's like, wow, you really gotta, like, your youth is small.
You really gotta live it up, because you're not gonna be hot forever, man.
And that's all I care about, is being hot.
But also, if I was living to be 1,000 years old,
I think I'd kill myself. I would kill myself. I can't take that. I barely am okay now, and I'm 22. I'm not. That's not good. Imagine like 900 more years of this bullshit. What the fuck would we be doing? And I'm old? I'd kill myself. It wouldn't be I wouldn't be worth it. I'm sorry.
Worth it.
No hate to like the elderly. somewhat. You're beautiful, whatever. But I'd also kill myself.
Look, I want to get to 80 and then I'm done.
Then it's over. It's
I
so
don't
over.
need to live longer than that, because most likely, with the way I'm going right now, I'm gonna be mostly immobile. I'm gonna be senile.
Senile?
With my health history, with my mental health state right now,
It's already happening. It's already happening.
It's already happening. Yeah, I'm gonna get dementia. I'm gonna have Alzheimer's. It's gonna be like, I look, hey, 80 and we're capping it.
Oh my God. I'm out. It's been real, y'all. It's been real.
Wow.
My everyone in my family lives, knock on wood, to pretty old ages.
Yeah.
Like my great grandma didn't die till she was 99. I wish she reached out to 100, but
That would be good.
she almost died like 6 times.
Oh yeah.
She was like on the verge, but she always like got back. She was like fine, and we said she gave death the middle finger. Because she would be in the hospital after like near fatal something. And she would be having her Diet Coke with 2 straws and the peanut butter crackers you get in the little plastic sleeve. And she lived.
Yeah.
So, shout out. Miss you, great-grandma.
Mm-hmm.
So, but 80 and capping it. Imagine 980. Dude, I would not
I can't imagine
be okay. I would fucking kill myself.
It's so bad.
It'd be so bad.
It'll be so bad.
120 with social anxiety is also like that's too much. I
Really
like that, like 22 and whatever the fuck I've got going on is already a lot.
Yeah, just imagine yourself at 120, exactly as you are right now.
Gun in mouth. The end is near.
In my mouth.
The end is near. Ugh. Well,
End is near.
Moses, thank you. Thank you for being the representation I needed. Twink death,
Exactly.
social anxiety. It sounds like you're in like 2015 Tumblr and you're like kinning like Moses and you're putting down like his mental illnesses. Like, you know, people in like their bios would put like ADHD, bisexual or something. Like, like that's what Moses is.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Like
Miku Binder Moses.
Do not interact if like minors not allowed. Like,
I had this thought. This isn't really connected, but it reminded me of it.
okay.
Did I ever tell you about my... It's not a theory. It's my desire to have a boy king again.
What? Like, wait.
As in, I think I need Charles to die.
Okay. Well, yes.
And then William dies.
Okay.
And then we have 10-year-old George as king.
Now? Like, as a little like, boy king!
Yeah. Yes.
You know what? I'm with it. I fuck the monarchy, but, like, I'm with that. That's so fun. Like...
I think it would be fun. I think that's what we're missing.
Oh, he would be... I wouldn't... I think it was when Princess... Or no, the Queen. That's right. When the Queen died. Or they did, like, some, like... Maybe it was King Charles' inauguration or whatever. And they showed the footage. Like, everyone has to be, you know, very, you know, professional and silent, like the royal family does. And then there's, like, Prince Charles, and he has his, like, mouth up to the glass. He's all...
Oh, that's Louis.
Louis! That's Louis. I don't know these kids. I don't know. Boy King would be so funny. Like,
Boy King would be so
that's like a sitcom. Like, that's Red, White, and Royal Blue.
I also...
The before years.
Oh,
That's
my
a
God.
movie we
Okay,
should watch for this. Anyway, I'll keep going.
we're gonna watch Royal Blue. We have to watch it over the summer. It's a summer movie.
It is a summer movie.
Anyways, I also think that we need to bring back like old-timey warfare. Like no more
Wait a minute.
no more machine guns, no more bombs, no more drones. We just have red coats and blue coats in a line.
Oh my God,
And then they
swords.
And then they have the swords.
Swords and cannons.
Yes.
You know what? Yeah, sure. Why not? They need to get back like a bugle boy again.
Yeah.
And like people on horseback like giving messages.
Yeah. I need them to have like the big ass hats again.
Big feather. Yeah. They're going out into
Yeah.
war, but they're like kind of stylish. You're like, wait a minute, but you're gonna die. Like
Wait. Why are you so cunty?
in war. You know what? Sure. Why not?
Yeah. Anyways, those are just some thoughts I have.
Just
at
just
work.
general thoughts about anything.
About anything.
All
you
right.
know?
You know what? I like it.
Yeah. Do you have any other thoughts about the movie? Before we...
No.
Okay.
Moses is I kin Moses.
Don't say that.
It's so bad.
Platform.
Awful. I got nothing else. This is a good movie. I actually really enjoyed this.
Yes. It was a good movie. I highly suggest everyone watch it. But yeah. Anyways, thanks for listening to the episode. You can follow us on all of our socials. I'm sure you know what they are, but if you don't, we have an Instagram. It's Brats in the Back Row, which my brother followed 2 days ago.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Why did you follow it on your photography account?
Because that was the one that came up on my account.
Okay, weird.
I didn't get on my normal account.
Oh, okay. Anyways, Instagram, we have a TikTok. Brats Pod.
Wait a minute, but aren't you not like posting on that? You've given up.
I logged into it a couple of days ago.
Wow, we call that progress, everyone.
So we're making a comeback. Okay. We have the TikTok, we have the Tumblr, Brats in the Back Row.
That's the important one.
That's the important one. That's the important one. I've been reblogging Teen Wolf stuff because I'm rewatching Teen Wolf right now. It's really beautiful. But follow the Tumblr if nothing else.
Okay.
Spotify, YouTube, Brats in the Back Row. We have an email account. If you ever want to email us, I doubt you do because you all fucking suck, but whatever.
The only thing in the email is May sending stuff for the social media.
It is still only me emailing myself.
And then,
truthfully.
like, notifications being like, your episode uploaded. And it's like, cool, thanks.
Yeah, anyways. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Happy Passover. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.